Hello and welcome to the Pursuit of Possible podcast. I'm your host Luke, and in these episodes we'll be exploring different ways to overcome limiting beliefs so that we have the tools and resources to overcome adversity in our day-to-day lives. I hope you enjoy the episode.
Welcome back to Busy.
Cheers, brother.
There you go, Russ.
Thank you, bro.
A bit of a tea.
Appreciate that.
Right.
And you're feeling deadly.
I'm feeling deadly. Cheers.
Oh, bro. Cheers, bro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Pursuit of Possible podcast. I'm really excited because this is something that, for those of you who don't know, I've been wanting to do for a very long time now, and I'm finally doing it. For this particular podcast series, we're going to be talking to people about different ways to overcome adversity and impossibilities through looking at how to overcome limiting beliefs. And I'm really excited because there is no other person that I would rather join me on the first episode than the man himself who shares the same name with me. He's a community legend and just an all-around good bloke. Luke.
Yeah, cheers. How you going?
Yeah, good, bro. I'm so glad.
Good.
So glad. Yeah, and we also got Bundy.
Yeah, Bundy's here as well.
Bundy's a classic.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. My name's Luke. From Brizzy. And I went through a bit of stuff in 2013, like overcome it and just keep going forward. Like, you might get an injury, but you've got to just overcome things and just keep moving forward because no one's going to really care if you stop.
Yeah.
Only you're going to care. So, you got to just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think a lot of the people who watch my channel have also watched a lot of Yes Theory's videos. Yeah. So they're going to be very familiar with your face, I reckon.
Nah.
But for those of you who don't know, so Yes Theory is a channel that promotes seeking discomfort as a way of growing within your life. And I think 4 or 5 years ago, they did a video where they pretty much spun a globe and decided to travel to wherever it landed. And these guys are from Los Angeles. And when they spun the globe, they ended up in the Great Barrier Reef. And then when they went there, they met this legend when he was doing his traffic controlling shift. And then, they ended up having, a beautiful experience, and that was quite transformative for Luke. And
it's changed me,
Yeah, for sure. And
it's
then,
been bloody unreal. Just, it just shows that there's good people in the world, and it continues on. Like, if you, spread positivity comes back to you kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Like, just small things like that, and you just notice that when you're with Matt and Thomas and Amar, and Stefan now, you just notice positivity things, good things happen to good people,
Yep.
And then
Dude, it's so true. And I remember watching you in that video, and I remember seeing you and being like, dude, I have to connect with this guy somehow. Although the method of us connecting was a little different.
Yeah,
so did you want to tell people the story of how we met?
Well, I had Monique, one of my friends. She messaged me on. No, it was
me.
Yeah, it was Luke. Yeah, it was Luke. Sorry, I met Monique after. Luke messaged me on Instagram saying, "Hey, do you want to go skydiving?" And I was kind of thinking, "What are you talking about? Like, of course, I'd love to go skydiving, but yeah." And then he said with an 82, how old was Wilma?
84.
84, yeah. So she was, Wilma, beautiful lady. She was 84 years old, and Luke's explained to me the story about, we're going to jump out of a plane with her, and I'm thinking, all right, this sounds pretty good. All right,
a little too good.
Yeah, I was like, all right. And, and they said they'll get me up to, it was Cairns, wasn't it?
The Great Ocean Road.
Yeah, Great Ocean Road, right behind us here. Take me up to the Great Ocean Road and jump out of the plane. And I was like, I'd love to do that. So
beautiful. Quick camera.
Yes. That was another great experience. You know what I mean? Like doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then and that was freaking. I ended up getting sick. I was sick, right, after the skydive with an 84-year-old lady. I got sick. I started spewing up. Sick. And then Wilma is behind us doing an interview with the freaking news station. And I'm like, how the hell are you doing?
I forgot about that.
How are you doing an interview after a skydive? And I'm out the back. I was 20, I think I was 29, 28 at the time. Spewing my guts up.
Yeah, oh my God.
God,
that's so funny.
Good on you, Wilma.
Yeah, I remember it because I remember messaging you.
Yeah.
And at first you were a little, and rightfully so, you were very hesitant. You were like, is this a scam? Is this what am I coming into right now?
I know, I was like, oh, what is this? What's going on? But no, it turned out to be unreal. Turned out to be good.
What made you trust me in the end?
Well, just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like,
That's a red flag, my dude.
Nah, I'm like, I kind of looked up and you were following Yes Theory and you had a lot to do with Yes Theory.
Yep.
So like, with, just, doing all that kind of stuff and you were doing videos and I was
Okay,
like,
Bundy, okay.
so
you're so
I was a little hesitant, but I was like, all right, like, nah, I'm going to trust him. And like, yeah, it turned out to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, I was so glad you joined because I remember when I watched you in that Yes Theory video, I remember just thinking, we need to get this guy like involved with stuff because like, just the energy that you give people in what you do is seriously just so amazing, man. Like, and obviously for those who haven't seen the Yes Theory video, you shared about your story, which is actually a big reason why I want to talk with you because we're all about talking about how people have gone through adversity in their life and how in those situations it can be so easy to have limiting beliefs about what's possible. So in your situation, just like briefly going over it, like you had a motor.
Skateboard. So in 2013, I was just up the sunny coast, and I was going to. I just used to love skateboarding and that, but I was just seen a big hill, Arthur Street, Sunshine Coast. If you probably don't know the sunny coast, but
I do.
A little bit, and so I got on the skateboard and went down the hill, and then like halfway down, I would have stacked it, fallen off, and then hit my head, hit the right side of my head. So I ended up in a coma for 5 weeks, and ended up 3% chance to live. So that like it was pretty full on, and spent six months or 6.5 months in the brain injuries ward at the PA, and then so done that, and it's just taken like it took years. Like you got to just rehabilitation. Like you've got to constantly start doing things again. Because I was forgetting stuff like the day before yesterday kind of thing. But like over the past few years, it's getting better because I'm like, it's just, I don't know if it's whether it's getting longer since the accident happened, but my brain's getting a little bit better.
Yeah, amazing.
So it's slowly picking back up. But like you still forget things every now and then. But like, yeah, it's just that's one of the side effects is short-term memory, which is you can't do anything about it, so you got to live with it and start doing things like I write things on my fridge, I write things in my phone. You start learning how to cope with the short-term memory because if you've got it, there's not much you can do except for cope with it. So you've just got to just keep living. Like no matter what happens, because you can freaking walk across the street, get hit by a bus. So you've got to realize like how important this life is. Because we are freaking lucky. Like you get beautiful doggies up Monday. But like you should never give up, even if it's like there's stuff happening in your life. You've got to kind of zoom around it. Like sidestep. Like who gives a crap? Like you've got to just keep going forward.
Yeah, but it would have been hard though. Like, what was life like for you before the accident? What sort of?
Before the accident, it wasn't too bad. Like I was a carpenter.
Okay.
I was doing my apprenticeship in carpentry, and I was a bit of a party animal. So I'd been told I used to love going out, getting on the drink. But hence the accident happening that night. I was drunk, but just trying to have fun going. Because I used to love bombing hills and that. So I was pretty chilled. I can't remember, but that's just what I've been told. And in the Yes Theory video, I've had people so I've seen comments saying, "Oh, how did he remember all that? If you can't remember what he did yesterday, because it's been drummed in my head 1,000 times. That's how it's kind of in my head still. And I've been told that story of what happened to me going down the hill. That's why that's still in my head.
Or it's also super traumatic as well.
Yeah, that's right. You never get over it, but you've just got to learn to live with it and keep cruising.
What was it like, if you don't mind me asking, being in a hospital after something like that has happened to you? So
it's pretty traumatic, but you realise that when you're in a brain injuries ward, there's a lot of other patients around you that are a lot worse off. And when you're in a state, I couldn't really move it in the first month or two I was in hospital. And you just realise that you're very lucky to be we're very lucky to be. I'm lucky I had the accident in Brisbane because lucky I got transferred to the hospital. I had the accident in Sunshine Coast, but I got transferred to Brisbane into the PA. So, like, they got a brain injuries ward there, so it specialises in brain injuries.
Because they said that you might only have a 3%
Yeah,
chance of it. What was that like? Just as a person who, was sort of living their life, and then to get told that you might only...
Well, I can't remember them telling my family that, but my family were very distraught about it. They were very, like, upset, but my family, I reckon they knew that I was going to survive because, like, just my whole family's strong, you know what I mean? So, like, they probably had a little gut feeling that it was going to go pear-shaped, but it ended up going the right way because they had the strong belief that I was going to pull through.
Yeah.
And,
oh, sorry, brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember you sharing something in the Yes Theory video, and it really stuck out to me because I think when you're faced with a particular traumatic situation, it can be so hard to think about how to move forward from it. And one particular thing you said was that you remember, I think it was like your family holding up to you, like going up to you and saying their goodbyes to you.
Like, to me,
like, that was
the heart monitor. Like, it would go, like, it'd be going straight, and then, like, when they would come in, you'd get a big sense of energy, and the heart monitor would go straight up. That's another thing that I've been told when I was in there. Like, when my family would come in, they would tell me that my heart monitor would go up when they come in and see me.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
like, it's freaking, it was freaking crazy. Like, but,
And you're obviously a very positive person.
Yeah.
And I can feel that off you.
Yeah, like, you've kind of got to be like, because there's such a negative world out there, you know? Like, you walk out the front, and there could be someone walking past that's pissed off. And they'll either give you a dirty look or they won't say hello back.
Yep.
But you can't let that get you because that's only 1 in a billion people that are going to do that. The next person, like what I've noticed is when I go for a walk, sometimes I'll say good day to like heaps of people. I'll say, morning, you know, one person might say it, the next person might just ignore it. But then again, the next person might be the happiest person you've seen all day. So you've got to realise there's always good people, but there's always bad people as well. But like if the good outweigh the bad in my option, like,
Oh, like, dude, it's so beautiful.
Like, because, like, there's so many bad people out there. There's so many more good people. Like, I believe anyway. Like, and, you know, you kind of throw yourself into where you are. Like, if you're hanging around good people, you're going to be a good person. If you're hanging around bad people, you're going to be a bad person. Kind of thing. Like, that's just,
Did you feel like before the accident that you were surrounded by not the best people?
I was surrounded by good people before the accident, like, but just the people doing maybe some bad things, you know, but like, that's with everything. Oh, Bundy, what are you doing, mate?
Bundy's loving this thing,
Like, no, I've always been surrounded by, like, good people, like, people that would have my back, like, old hope anyway. Like, you know,
beautiful.
But, like, because, you know, I'll try to be good to people and people try to be good back to you. So,
When you were... Oh, sorry, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You
don't want to interrupt. When you were in hospital, because like I was saying, I know you're a very positive person, but but do you remember, like, surely having that happen to you at that point in time? Were you having? Did you have any kind of fear?
I don't think I really did.
Really?
Like, I don't think, like, because you know, I didn't really get upset at when I was freaking, like, my hand's still fucked. I'm pretty annoyed about it, but there's nothing I can do. Like, I can exercise it, but like, you just got to realise if it's happened, it's happened. Like, you know, so like,
Did you feel fear, or were you scared of your future in any way?
Really. I was kind of like, I was a carpenter before my accident, so I kind of wanted to get back into that because that's all I really knew. But I didn't really I wasn't really annoyed about it, like, because after when I finished my accident, after it happened, I was in hospital for 6 months, got out, and then started like just cruising around. I didn't know what I was going to do with work because I couldn't get back into carpentry, so I started working for heart kids. I started helping heart kids out, kids that are born with heart diseases.
Wow.
And just kind of doing all that, but because you've got to kind of get back into something. You've got to get in the community. You know what I mean? Like, started doing that for a few months, I think, and then like started somehow I started doing traffic control. I have no idea how I started doing traffic control. But like, I was like, fuck, I always looked at the traffic controls when they were cruising past.
Yeah.
And like they would just I would just like, man, I'd love to do that.
Really?
And then next minute, like I'm doing it. And
Yeah.
that's obviously how I met Yes Theory, because I was standing there doing bugger all. But no, so I was watching pedestrians, right?
Nah, you watch the video and it kind of you're just kind of chilling and with your little.
No, I was
hat
working. You've got to always be on the ball. But yeah, and then so after that, I showed the Yes Theory video to I can't remember this lady's name, but she's a lovely lady. I spoke to her, showed her the video, and then she said you should get in touch with this fella named Ryan Nelson.
Ryan Nelson.
And and I was like, oh, okay, that sounds right. I could do that. And then that's Tribe Social Warning. So that's how I ended up getting involved with Tribe. I got in touch with him, and he just loved my attitude and that, and I loved his attitude. He's a pretty good bloke.
Yeah.
Like he's actually all-time classic, and and we just got along, and then started helping out with Tribe.
Yeah.
And now I'm a support worker.
Dude.
So like now I help people with disabilities and anyone that that's feeling isolated. We try to help out and get them out.
Yeah.
So
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm honestly, I was in shock because when I asked you the question of like, were you fearful at the time? The fact that you weren't
of
just the future, because like, so for me, like it was actually, this is kind of crazy. It was on this day last year, I got admitted to hospital, almost died.
This exact day.
This exact day, the 5th of December. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember messaging you. Yes.
The 5th of December last year, I was at a concert, and then due to certain reasons, I ended up having a seizure. And like ceased breathing, almost went to respiratory arrest. And I remember being in hospital, and like I was very grateful just to be alive, because I remember at that point in time, I was having probably one of the worst days I had in a long time.
Yeah.
And then life just gave me perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like you realise how important life actually is.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you can be going to that. Like,
yeah. But what amazes me is like, I think I was fortunate because I was told to my face that I wouldn't have any long-term health.
Yeah.
The fact that you were told that you might be paralyzed for the rest of your life, and for you to still be positive, baffles me.
Yeah.
Because I know people who have gone through incidences like that, and they have this whole depressive phase of just not knowing what to do.
Yeah, you've got to have like either a fixed mindset or a set mindset. You know what I mean? Like, so if you like, I'm reading a book about like mindset and that.
Yeah.
And the fixed mindset, you've already got it worked out.
Yeah.
And there's I can't really explain too much about it because I haven't read too much of the book, but like you've just got to have a good mindset, like things are always going to work out. You've got to have that in the back of your mind. Like things are always going to work out. Like even if they don't, they're going to work out.
Optimism.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's going to be all right. Like, we're blessed to be able to get up and walk.
Yeah.
Or just get out of the house. Like,
oh, it's so true.
Yeah, we're so blessed to to be able to do stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Question for you: do you ever have negative thoughts? I mean, I know that sounds stupid.
Yeah, I do. Okay. I do sometimes. And it's just when someone cuts me off in traffic.
Is that it?
No, I'm joking. There's others. No, it's everybody has negative thoughts, but you've just got to don't let the negative thoughts take over your mind. Like you've got to continue on, even if you're having a shit day. It's going to get better. Like you're gonna, like you might go outside. First thing you do is kick your toe. Your day's only going to get better.
Yep.
Like from kicking your toe.
Yeah.
I might trip over, but it'll be alright.
Yeah.
You can't really it does. You do get annoyed at little things every now and then. Like every day I get annoyed at little things. But everybody does. So you've just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And just try to be a little happy about it.
That's a beautiful philosophy, and I tried my best to do that as well. But I think as humans, it's just so natural to have negative thoughts. I think it'd be very ridiculous if someone didn't. When you were in hospital, did you have any?
I not really. Just sitting in there, I was like by the end of it, like I was getting real bored.
That was your biggest vice the whole time.
Well,
you're half paralyzed, almost dying, and you're just like, oh, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah. well, you want to get up and do stuff. Like, well, at that stage,
You're insane.
at that stage, I was up walking around and that,
Yeah.
but like with a stick and that.
Yeah.
But like I was up walking around and you just get bored. Like there was a bloke in there named Daryl, and he'd like
Old mate Daryl.
Yeah, old mate Daryl. He was good. He was like trying to sneak out. He'd tell me that he'd won $1 million on the trots. Like seriously, like cause
No way.
like he was a good bloke. But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just like his imagination was wild, and
Yeah.
he'd tell you what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like after his brain injury, he was a good bloke. I hope he's doing well to this day.
Yeah.
But you've got to try to turn positive into a negative. Negative into a positive.
You're trying to turn a
Don't do
positive
that.
into a negative.
Don't do
sometimes.
that.
I'm curious, man. Growing up, like I'm wondering, do you know where you've gotten this positive mindset?
I reckon it's my dad.
Yeah.
Like my dad or my family. Like
Yeah.
my auntie Donna, she does well.
Yeah.
She's she's always been positive. She's got me into the quotes. She used to always give me quotes and that back in the day, and like now that's kind of caught on to me.
It's just been conditioned in you.
Yeah.
To be positive. Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I reckon it was maybe after my accident, like, because I had one of my mates say that you used to show emotion. Or I never used to show emotion before my accident. Now I show emotion. Like, bad things used to happen, I never used to cry. Now I cry.
That's so fascinating.
And, like, now I, like, laugh. Like, even when I was in hospital and they gave me my discharge notice.
Yep.
Like, I still remember this day, I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I laughed for like 10 minutes straight and I could not stop.
For being discharged?
Yeah, from telling me when I was getting out of hospital, and I just laughed. Like, I was just, wow. It just went through me. And like just a whole burst of laughter come across me. And it was like, yeah. It's kind of bringing me back, but yeah. It's,
full release.
yeah, just, you know, you got to get it out of you. Like, you know, so, like, yeah.
Yep.
But, yeah. She's right.
Yeah, dude. Because I remember taking you. I think it was after the skydive. We went to the beach in Geelong, and we did some breath work in the ice bath.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Do you know I've been doing? I do breath work every day now.
No, since then.
Since then.
No shit.
Like,
Are you serious?
Since then, like I was, like it's literally it's on my YouTube every day.
Yeah, because I remember taking you to that breathwork session, and that ice bath with Steve.
And that first thing, like, it set a whole heap of emotions through me.
Yeah.
Like, brought back mum. Like, mum, I don't know what's happening with mum still, but that, like, I remember that got a freaking, when I first did that, it just made me think of mum somehow. Like, and I hadn't seen her in months.
Wow.
Months after that, but, like, it was freaking crazy. Like, just a whole heap of emotion doing that breath work and the ice bath. I'm actually going to try to set up an ice bath out there soon.
Yeah, cool, dude. Yep.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Dude, breathwork changed my life.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Because I think particularly for us men, it's very common that, like you were saying before your accident, like to struggle with emotion and feeling, because we just get on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it does build up within us. It's like when your room gets messy and you just chuck all your crap into a cupboard.
It's not going to get rid of it. It's just going to hide it for the time.
And then eventually it'll stack up.
Yeah,
and it'll all
that's
come
right.
out.
That's right.
And I feel like when I discovered breathwork, I discovered how to tap into that part of me that's just full release, you know? Because it puts you, for those of you who don't know, breathwork, this is a really simple way of explaining it, but it like puts your body in this really deep state of relaxation where you're actually, your body naturally releases a lot of the trauma that you're holding on to. Now, it's not for everybody, full disclosure, like it's not for everyone, but I think in our cases, it really helped us process a lot. And I remember seeing you like really releasing, really crying, and it was beautiful, man.
It was crazy. Like it was great, and that's another reason I'm glad I went on that trip because I discovered breathwork and met a bunch of legends.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So I'm just honestly just in disbelief of that positive mindset because I know like if something's taught to the chaos.
It's because there's a video going.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I can edit stuff if I have to. But just just like I know certain people are raised with that positive mindset.
Yeah.
But it really is amazing to see that so conditioned in your mind. Like you just because honestly, like and we're going to go there with the conversation, but like there are some people who really struggle to have any positive thought.
Yeah.
And you almost can't blame them.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably not their fault. They've probably been through trauma themselves.
Yep.
They've been through all this stuff, and they don't know how to get out of it. And you just like, well, everybody's going to be different. Like the way I get about it, like I just freaking, as like even before the breath work, I was just trying to concentrate on positive things every now and then. Like, well, every day, if you think of like, if you think of something positive as soon as you wake up, like, it's hard to do, but if you think of it's like, you go outside and you put yourself in the sun, you're going to feel good.
Yep.
Like, you're going to feel good. Like, I've been trying to go for like a walk each morning. I never used to do this. I never used to go for a walk in the morning. I used to always wait to the Arvo. And I used to always drive down to Shorncliffe. And now I'm walking like 5-6 Ks every morning.
Every morning, 5-6 Ks?
Like, not every morning, but like, say Monday, I do it. Tuesdays off. Wednesday I do it. Thursday I do it. Fridays off. Saturday I do it.
Yeah, right. You got a routine.
So, got a routine. So, and I don't even set an alarm for it. Like, I set an alarm for everything in my life because of my memory.
Yeah.
But I don't even set an alarm for this walk because I don't know. If I wake up and I do it, I do it, and it happens every day.
It's just become a habit. For you.
It just becomes a habit. So.
Yep.
And Bundy's freaking loving it. He's buggered each time. I have to leave before 7 because if I get back after 8, it's too hot. Like, it's just too hot now. Like, so. And poor old Bundy's just struggles in the heat, so got to get the bull for him.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's such a awesome just reminder of like the power of starting your mornings right. And like I know people make a hassle about it all the time and people eye roll it, but for me, every morning I have to if there's anything I have to do, it's simply just setting an intention for that day. Just being like, what do I want to do today?
Yeah, what do you want to do today?
Yeah. And there's definitely beauty in chaos of like winging things, like for sure. But I think for the most part, by setting an intention with your day and starting it in the right way, you're actually creating a momentum with that, right?
Yeah.
If you start your day and you're looking at your phone, for example, you're going through social media, that might induce some negative thoughts to begin your day, and then that's going to set the momentum for the rest of the day. And I think,
that's right. Like. You get up, you freaking just set, like I set alarms and I set like funny things with them. Like, I'm like, if I need to get up, I'll like, get up there, boy. Like if I'm going to work, go to work, chase those dreams. I just set alarms. So when I see it, I'm like, oh, it's not so bad.
Yep.
If it just says go to work, I'm like, oh, far out. Go to work and chase those dreams, just adding 3 more words can help you. Like, I feel anyway.
Wow.
Like, So like, that's just freaking how it goes. And like, you've just got to try to keep people close to you. You got to try to keep your friendships.
Yep.
Like, I try to do that, and like, but yeah.
So the podcast is called The Pursuit of Possible.
Yeah.
And the reason I called it that is because I feel like, as humans, I think naturally we are conditioned because of whether it's society, whether it's family, whether it's anything, any influence, to feel like certain things aren't possible. Like for me, right, the idea of being a YouTuber and traveling the world doing what I love always seemed impossible. It's like, it's not a feasible career, all this other stuff that they tell you. And then eventually I learned how possible it really is. I just had to change the mindset.
Change the mindset and do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all, you just got to do it. Like, yeah.
And I was wondering for you whether there was ever a point where you felt like something was impossible.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I was going to become a traffic controller. I thought that was impossible.
Oh my God.
But like,
and then you did it. You achieved your dreams, bro.
I never thought I was going to be a support worker. And I always wanted to help people, but I never knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew that you could do that. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
I think you are the perfect example of someone who's naturally sort of manifested that career for yourself because of who you are as a person. Yeah. It's actually quite funny how it happened. It's like you were literally just chilling, being a traffic controller. Bundy's being let in again. Come on, just in or out.
Yeah.
And then you happen to stumble across these blokes who ended up creating this worldwide movement that has now allowed you to be a social worker, and it sort of just happened naturally.
Exactly. And it's just, it's just done it. Bundy.
Yeah.
But Like, I love it how he just got up without asking me.
Yeah, he's a little too comfortable with me around, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you just got to show your followers, like, you've got to just, like, just keep doing what they love, you know? Like, they've got to continue to keep, just never give up. Like,
Yep.
don't stop. Like, yeah, you just got to keep going. Like, yeah, don't stop, never give up, get stronger.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
Yep.
what Dad said to me when I was in hospital every day.
Yeah.
So, like, and I think that's his big
That's
reason.
such a
Like,
beautiful...
yeah, and it's so
Yeah.
simple, and I've got a very shit memory, and I can still remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
I can still remember him saying that, you know, like, yeah.
Bundy.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, I was stepping on my crutch there.
Bundy, mate.
Nah, he's good. He's good. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, man. I'm serious. I almost can't get past the fact that, you know, it's just so... I guess the world, it really is rare to have such positive people in the
Yeah.
world. And, like, I'm not dreading the fact that there aren't more. And I think this world makes it very hard for people to be positive. Like, even me, I would say you're way more positive than me. Like, I'm quite an optimistic human, but I definitely can get caught
You have
in
negative
these
thoughts?
Yeah,
Well,
all the time. But like, but I let it cycle like a bit too much sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Well, like, that happens to me too. Like, I get a few negative thoughts every day. But, like, you've got to like, try to get the positive ones to outweigh the negative ones.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, like, yeah. You've got to try to do something little, like, even, like, if I'm halfway through my day, like, the breathing session. Like, if I'm having a bad day and I need to stop and relax, like, I'll have a breathing session. Like, you know, I drop one client, Lukey to work, right?
Yeah.
And then I go and pick up Will, and I've got about probably 15 minutes in between that, and I have an 11-minute breathing session.
Yeah.
So, and then I've got 4 minutes to get there, and I only park just up the road, so I'm having the breathing session near his house.
Yeah.
So then I get there, I'm feeling fresh.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good, and I don't want to bring my stresses on him, because, you know, you don't want to bring out the stress on other people.
No.
But, like, you know.
No, absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that you use breath work to help you in that way.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, it just feels like a life hack for me. Because what it does is, like, if you're feeling, like, for me, anxiety sometimes comes up in my life, and I found that breath work literally just it's like, you know, when you say you have like an argument with someone, and then you sleep on it, and then you just wake up the next morning feeling so much better about it. Your whole body's sort of reset.
Yeah, it's not like, it's reset.
Yeah, that's what breath work does to me. It's like, it feels like
it only takes 11 minutes.
Yeah, except it only takes 11 minutes, and it's just such a life hack. And people have actually found it quite shocking in the past, because I remember having this situation where I was having an argument with this particular person.
Yeah.
And I was like not communicating in the best way, and I remember just being like, hey, give me 10 minutes, I'll be back. And they were like, what the heck? I go in the other room, I do breath work, and I come back like a complete,
new person.
literally, no, but it was so funny, because it's like, I was like, so compassionate, so loving in that moment, and they thought I was a psychopath, like proper, like they were like,
yeah, like, did you just go in there and kill someone? No.
No, dead ass. They were like they actually thought I was crazy, which is understandable, because I switched up like quite quickly, but like literally
personalities, knowing.
Yeah, but but just for the record, I'm all clear of that. But seriously, breath work does that, and it's such a hack, and I think, you know, it's such a powerful resource for people, and, you know, if you haven't done it yet, I'd encourage you to
give it a go. Like,
look into it. Yeah.
Wim Hof breathing technique.
Dude, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Like, you taught me, and I'm teaching others.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
I bring all, like, mates that come around here, they come around and they're just chilling, and then next minute I'll chuck on breath work, and then
they're like, what's this?
Yeah, and then they'll be doing it. Like, and so
I just imagine the scenario where they're just like hanging out in the lounge room, like here, and they're just like thinking that you're just going to chuck on a movie, and you just hear the breathe in, breathe out.
Hi, guys. That's how it starts. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. Welcome.
Yeah.
To a guided breathing session or something like that. Yeah, dude, it's beautiful.
That's the one.
Oh, man. Yeah. So I think as somebody who's probably the living embodiment of like a positive human, and like I definitely, like, you inspire me a lot just through your attitude in life, and like, honestly, dude, just the things that you've been through, and the fact that you're still just trotting on, like, you know, just doing the best you can, it's amazing.
Yeah, you just got to have have some people around you that freaking know you, you
Yeah.
know how you are, like, you know, and then, it's pretty much it. Like, and just trying to stay positive. Like, as you see, I've got notes around the house that just say little things.
Yeah.
Like, just positive things, you know, like, you might not look at them all the time, but you could be having a bad day and walk up the stairs and it says, be positive, and you're like, all right.
I might do that.
I might give it a go. And then bang. Like, just little things like that, they all help. Like, you know, like just writing notes to yourself.
Yep.
Like, doing that. Like, I never used to do it. Like,
Because it almost sometimes feels like too much of a task, even though it's not.
Yeah, no, it does. Like, like you get that with everything. Like, it's so hard, but as soon as you do it, it's so easy.
Yeah.
You know? Like, getting up in the morning sometimes is so freaking hard. But I can guarantee you, as soon as you're up and you're walking, you're sweet.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm so glad I got up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so simple like that. It's just the simple things. But sometimes the simple things are the hardest things.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, as soon as you step over that barrier, you're right. Like, you shouldn't stop.
I think that's actually like an important topic to sort of dive into a little bit more, because I think oftentimes we think we have to do these really big extravagant changes in our life in order to overcome a barrier, but sometimes it is just the small momentum. And I know, like, you hear it all the time, it's like just focus on one thing at a time and things will get better, but seriously, I think it really that's underrated advice, because I think particularly if you like have, for example, have ADHD or have like anxiety or like just a racing mind, it's so easy to just be overwhelmed by all the steps. But like, I think the times in my life where I've really just learnt to overcome those situations has been, you're so cute, has been the decision to just focus on one small thing at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's beautiful how you set little reminders with little quotes, and like, it's just so, it's fun. You make it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Like, and you've got to like I just try to do that, and I hand out like, I get like just stickers and that, and I hand out stickers to people like at Tribe, go down to Tribe. Yeah. Just, you know, just little stickers that say, you know, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Like, just simple things like that. You know, like I've got that sticker up right near my, like where I walk every morning. So I'm like, all right, I can probably do something today. Like, that's gonna, like, you know, it's gonna help my future self. Yep. Like, yeah.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can.
No, it's a kind of like a different branch of conversation, just checking the time. Yep. All right, we're good. So with that whole experience that you had with Yes Theory.
Yep.
Now, of course, at the time you'd already had your accident. You were still positive, Luke. You know. But you know, you're doing your traffic controlling. How did that experience and that spontaneity in going with those guys to the Great Barrier Reef? Like, how did that
opened
change?
up my mind like crazy, because I was like, you know, I was always positive, like trying to, like, you know, always trying to stay positive.
Yep.
And just that, like, I was like, oh wow, like, how can people be so nice by like offering you that and then actually taking you that and then showing you what life is actually about. Like, that's how it's kind of like, it's kind of just like, I was always positive, like, you know, but then that kind of made it even more, like, just shoved into me, like, yeah, that's what you're meant to do. Yeah. Like, that's what I was meant to do. Like, you know, and then, like, at that time, I was like, there was a bit of stuff happening in my life at the time of the video. And, like, bang, like, that's just shoved me into a whole new dimension, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, bang, that was meant to happen, and then now, bang. Yeah. Like, so, because I was still living at Dad's at that time. Yeah. So, and then, it's just completely, I wouldn't say completely changed me, but it's changed me in a good way. Yep. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Like, or, yeah. So.
Yeah, or it led you to, you know, finding...
Well, it led me to Tribe. It led me to, like, the things that I was meant to be doing, really. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's a really good reflection, because I think the big thing about the U effect that we as a community try to encourage is, like, the power of just embracing yourself and being more you and embracing authenticity, because I think in this world, it's so easy to be someone you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know...
There's so many people out there that are like that. Like, but, yeah.
Yeah, because you have, like, your parents, influencing you to do a particular career path, maybe. You have, you know, society saying, oh, you have to earn this amount of money, whatever. And then we sort of naturally find ourselves doing things that, isn't really us.
Yeah, exactly. And then you don't feel comfortable and you're waking up every morning and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But you're still doing it because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, for sure. And it's hard to change your mind.
It's hard, it's hard to stop once you've been doing something for so long. But if you're not feeling good about it, just stop.
Yeah.
And it may take a couple of weeks to stop, even months or years. But as long as you're going ahead and you're going to stop doing what you're doing, and if you're not liking it, then that's what you should do.
And I think it's a testament to you as well, because you've always had that positivity. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're someone who's always just embraced who you are. It's like...
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, because to me, you're who you are is what you get. What you see is what you get when it comes to you. And I think because you were so true to yourself, I think things...
Stop looking at me.
I think things naturally have sort of worked for you in your life because you've always been sort of in alignment with where you were meant to be,
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Things always fall into place, but it just takes a long time sometimes. But things are always going to fall into place for you. However you are right now, they might not be different. It might be completely different tomorrow. So that's how I look at it.
Beautiful, man. Well, I think this has been an amazing conversation.
Yeah.
I actually haven't even decided how long I want these episodes to be, but I think 45 minutes is a pretty good...
Is that how long we've been going for?
Just about. Why does it feel...
Wow. I'll spit it out, Luke. No, I wanted to try to get into public speaking and that, and Ryan helped me out about 2 years ago, I think it was, a couple of years ago, to do a speech in front of a school, and I'd done a speech, and he goes... you've got 5 minutes to speak, and I was done in 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Oh, no way.
So I was like,
so what were you doing for the...
I don't know. But I freaked out. I was like, oh, wow, this is actually quite scary. But come to think of it, you're just speaking. If you just be yourself, that's all it is. You shouldn't really have to worry about stuff. But
no way.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. With this podcast, right? I knew I wanted to start a podcast just because I was doing this series on Instagram where I was just having an Instagram live with people just chatting,
Yeah.
And not barely any people watched it, but I freaking loved it. I love talking to people, and so it relieves the stress. You're allowed to just talk how you want. And I kind of want this podcast to be that too. That's why this episode's probably just a bit all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. If you're sitting there watching, I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in Brizzy.
Yeah.
The sun's shining. Even if it was rain, it's still beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, that's the message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful, man. Well, thank you so much for being on this episode.
No worries. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. If you guys want to see more of Lukey's stuff, I think you were telling me that you might want to start a YouTube channel soon.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I've got one. It's Lukey Muir, LUKEIMUIR, but
beautiful.
It's just I haven't put a video up in 3 years, so
no, it's alright.
It's not really I didn't really know what to do, so I kind of just left it and just keep cruising along. So, yeah.
Well, you may or may not see content from Luke soon. But
I'll be getting Instagram back soon, I reckon. So.
Oh, have you been off of it?
Yeah, I've just been off. I've just been concentrating on working and doing all this other fitness stuff and all that. Yeah. So, because I just found I was just sitting there too much, like Matt from yesterday. He's such a good fella.
Oh man.
But
Yep. I've been off social since September as well.
Nice.
I got so I was so overwhelmed, man. I was sick of it. I was I have to get off of it.
Yeah.
I think next year I have to get back on this.
Yeah.
Get in the flow.
2024, it's going to be a good year, I reckon.
Bro, 100%, dude.
It's just,
man.
Bring it on. We've had 2020, that was a shit year, and it's just going uphill. 21 was better, 22 was better, 23 was better. Now bang 24.
Yeah.
So
man,
it's gonna be good.
Been crazy. Have you had a chance to congratulate Matt yet for the
not yet. No.
Oh, dude, he must be going through the motions at the moment.
I spoke to Stefan the other day, but haven't really spoken to Matt.
I love Stefan. I think he's a perfect addition to Yes. Dude,
he's the best.
He's so funny to me because he's so out of pocket.
I love his the way he talks.
Yeah. The wholesome Swedish accent.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
God definitely created a good one there.
Yeah, he sure
With
did.
the whole of yesterday.
Yeah, oh, dude. Yeah, I can only hope to be doing the stuff that they're doing someday.
Yeah,
But
you just got to keep
We're on the
going.
way.
Just keep doing what you love, and just don't stop, never give up, get stronger.
heck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, man. I appreciate you.
No worries, brother. No worries.
Thank you. I'll see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Good luck with the episodes.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Pursuit of Possible podcast. If you guys enjoyed, please consider giving us a follow on Spotify or whatever you do on Spotify. I actually have no idea. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on our weekly uploads. See you next time.